Hey everyone, just got the new Skinz Helium Hood in the mail today from BBA, Brant's Backcountry Adventures. I'll turn this around here so you can see it here. It looks really good. It just depends if you like the look of the Skinz hood or not. You know, I was never a big fan of the alien brain on the Polaris stock hoods. I kind of got used to it, but it is such a higher mass. It comes up, you know, to like right here, as opposed to having the weight down here. This hood is a lot lighter. I can already tell. Dan Adams did a video where he weighed it, and it's about an 8-pound difference. So I think it was like 15 pounds to 8 pounds or 7 pounds. So there's like an 8-pound difference, way lighter. I mean, this weighs hardly anything. The stock hood is actually over there. It's actually pretty heavy. Now this is I think the Helium hood comes in only one neon yellow color, and you'll see it differently sometimes. So Barant has this listed as neon. Well, that's not neon. Some other websites have it as lime squeeze or lime twist, but it is lime squeeze. So I believe it's only one color. This is definitely lime squeeze. Polaris is not neon. I don't think they make a neon one. I think the only one you can get is lime squeeze, which is a little bit yellower, because I'll show you. This is neon, and as you can see, well, it looks pretty close in the video, but they're a different color. That's, as you can see, the hood is more yellow, and the Polaris neon is a little bit more green. Just so you know, I believe there's only one color. But as you can see, I kind of give you a look at the hood. I just kind of laid it on here, haven't installed anything yet, but yeah, as you can see, it's got kind of these like leather fasteners here. It does have the pouch here, which I think will be good. Definitely can fit a pair of goggles or some gloves. And you can see it's got these little Made in America, Made in USA tags, which are pretty cool. Has the little plastic rubber American flag right there, and then again the two tags here, and this storage, which will stay warm. Looking forward to that. Probably about the same amount of storage as the stock hood. And so installation, I will tell you, here's the instructions from Skinz. They are not very good. It's confusing, not the best instructions, so we'll see. It's going to be a little bit of just kind of figuring it out. This is the display plate for the standard display, not the 7S. I was a little bit worried that this was going to be a little bit wonky looking, but I do like the Skinz logo that they put on there. That makes it a little bit cooler. Because I was a little bit worried because the photo they have here is a plate that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of just cheap looking. It's got like scratches on it and everything. So, but it has a nice looking display, so I think that'll look real nice. First things first, I did just take off the 1/4-inch rivet ties, things that bolt down the hood, and replace those on here. There's just a little washer there that you'll just pull off, and I just kind of bent it as I pulled it off, so I just straightened it back up with some pliers once I put it on. I took these little rubber mounts where the side panel slides in and installed them exactly how they were on the stock hood. Fits this side going out, and then you'll want to push down the rubber into that slot. So just transferred those over so far. And I guess there's no, I guess you don't do anything with the foam on the new Skinz hood, because the stock hood has a lot of foam padding, heat padding. I guess the new one just won't. And then you'll just disconnect the headlight. We'll be deleting that. This is the main plug-in, so one to the headlight, one to the display. These were 2 zip ties right here. Just released those. Haven't figured out how to get that off yet, but okay. So I got the this plug out it's just attached to the display. It's just this little tab right here, and just pull it out. You kind of have to pull it up, or else it hits back there. But just pull it out and up through the back. And then I pushed the display out, it pops right out. It's in there just like that. I just kind of pushed it out through there. It's just got this rubber rubber seal around the display, so just kind of work that out, be a little careful, but it just pops right out. So that will be easy to install right there on the new one. We'll just push that in when the time comes. So ready to drill the plate on. Just drill a few holes, put some rivets, and yeah, almost there. Should be pretty easy. Okay everyone, I probably should have documented this, but I went ahead and installed the plate. So really all I did was kind of lined it up with the top of the hood, and then I just kind of used a Sharpie, and I actually marked both these holes and drilled. They were pretty exact, and so I drilled both of these, installed both rivets, and then pulled them, and then these as well. You might want to start with one, or however you want to do it. I mean, just make sure it's lined up. It's not rocket science. And then there's just a few more rivets we put in. So, and then I went and installed the display, literally just pushed it in. It fits like a glove, no problem there. So really easy, just a few rivets and put the display in, no problem. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and weigh out the 2 hoods. I happen to have them completely bone dry without the display. They should be, they don't have any of the hardware installed yet, so let's go ahead and weigh them out just for laughs. Okay, so here's the stock hood, and it is pretty heavy. Okay, so stock hood without the display, any of the hardware, none of the mounting stuff, just nothing, just bone dry, just the hood, comes in at 11.25, about 11.25 pounds, right around there, give or take. Okay, now let's take the Skinz hood, which is way lighter. Again, no display, no hardware, so these should be, this should be a perfect comparison. And here's the Skinz hood. Comes in at about, 4.22. So 7 pounds, almost exactly, 11.25 to 4.25. So exactly 7 pounds lighter, which is a lot. That I don't know what else you could put in the front end besides going from the stock can to like a race can that would save you 7 pounds. So I think that is worth it, totally worth it. Okay guys, here's a finished view of the Skinz Helium Hood. I did go ahead and have them put on, I did go ahead and put the graphics kit, the wrap on the hood. I just contacted Octane Inc. who did my wrap, told them I needed just the hood for the Skinz Helium Hood. It was pretty reasonable, like $100, give or take, somewhere in there. But yeah, a lot of people just leave these solid, but I think it looks a lot better if you go ahead and wrap the hood. I did install this oxbow light. So Skinz and Oxbow got together and made a mount and a setup specifically for the Skinz Helium Hood. I want to have that in case of emergency. It's cool because it's also got a little button right here to turn it on and off even when it's running. I just don't want to be the guy who had to spend a night out in the woods because I removed my headlight. So I think that's important just in case of emergency, just so you can make it out and see your way if it does happen to get dark and you're still stuck out there, or if you live in a town where you want to ride up and down the road to your friend's house, you can see where you're going. It's really easy to install. Actually, the instructions for this were really pretty good, but you just take this rivet out and install a new rivet on the front mount, run the cord in through. You'll have to remove this rivet, and I notched out a little section of the hood here where the wire runs through just to make it a little more flush. But then you'll just run it through and connect it to the display plug. It tells you where to plug it in, and then you'll just kind of zip tie the wires up in here just as good as you can. This does have a spiral cord on it that is a little bit heavier. I'm a little bit concerned that it's going to be bouncing up and down and may come loose and be hanging around inside the hood, but I tried to zip tie it up there as good as possible, and then give you a view of how it looks from the top. It looks good, it looks flush. I definitely mounted it correctly. It's spaced correctly and everything. And here's a view kind of from the top. It really gives it the cockpit a different feel, looking down on it, because you don't have this big bulky alien head sitting here. So I'm really, really excited to try it out and see how it feels. Yeah.